Hi, Kate.
Hi. Sorry. I'm ready to do the second stage of the toffee. And I'm already done a little bit, as you can see. And
Actually, you can't see.
I break the big piece of toffee into smaller pieces just to make it easier to handle for me. I have walnuts that I've ground up. I do them in the little mini max my mom got me because when I do it in my food processor, they get too fine. And I want to have, chunks about that big. So I got that part done. I melted the chocolate chips per the instructions on the package. This is Ghirardelli. This time I'm using both Ghirardelli and Nestle milk chocolate. Original recipe calls for semi-sweet, but I don't care for it as much as I do milk with the toffee. You put it in a container. In this case, I've got a big Pyrex bowl. And you microwave it for 30 seconds. You stir, microwave it for another 30 seconds, stir. And the moment that it starts melting at all, you need to cut the time. You need to go from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. And then as it starts melting more, you want to cut it down to 10 seconds. Microwave it for 10 seconds, stir, put it back in the microwave for another 10 seconds, stir again. You want to stop warming it up when it gets to the point where there's just tiny little bits of the chocolate chips left. And you just want to keep stirring until those melt. Because if you take it any hotter, it might bloom the chocolate, which makes it separate and get kind of a whitish stuff on it. Doesn't matter at all with this toffee because it's going to be in the walnuts, but it's not something you really want to do. All right, so I take an offset spatula. If you don't have an offset spatula, use the back of a spoon, a tablespoon, because you need it. It makes it easier to ice anything. So I put some on. You don't want it to be too thick. You want to put it on enough so that the walnuts will stick, but you don't want a huge, thick, gloppy layer, or the walnuts will fall off in a sheet, kind of like, it just doesn't hold on. So this is basically, the chocolate's the glue that holds the walnuts onto the toffee. So I do the one side, and then I do the other side. You see the almonds in there. And I ice it like a cake, basically. Once again, not too thick, not too thin. Just gonna have to learn, I guess. I don't know. It's not that hard. So,
Cutting off your head.
nice layer, both sides. Plop it into the walnuts. Then I put the walnuts over the top. I pat it on. If I can get a grip on it, I turn it over. That way, every bite you take, you get chocolate and walnuts. And I kind of tap the excess off.
Those walnuts are expensive.
That's why I buy them at Sam's Club. So that's what I do, and I'm doing a lot more than you will probably do.
Five batches, yeah.
Well, it's 6 now. I made another batch. See, this one's got too much on, so I have to take some of it off. A little too thick. So, and that's basically what I do. I make all the toffee, and then I
Have a marathon coating session.
have a marathon, yeah. I chop up all my walnuts, chop and melt. I don't do too much. This was a 23-ounce package of the Ghirardelli chocolate, just because that was the size at the store. And I did put a little bit of coconut oil in this one, because as I was melting the chocolate, I could see that it was not as silky as I wanted it to be. So I added, probably a tablespoon, maybe a little less than a tablespoon of coconut oil, which of course was solidified at this time of the year, into it. So when I go to put these in packages for people, I break them up into smaller pieces, and pretty good. So if you have any questions, give me a call. Otherwise, enjoy.
Yeah, if you don't keep coconut oil on hand, it's kind of handy for stuff.
Some shortening will do.
True. I don't know. It's good for your brain. I take 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, melted every day. There was a neurologist who had a husband with Alzheimer's, and he was in decline. And she broke down all the chemical analysis, but, long chain, short chain amino acids, blah, blah, blah. She improved her husband's cognitive abilities. This is a doctor, did the experiments, documented it, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, all I know is I didn't used to dream, and now I do. So that's weird. But, I was going to show you the...
You're putting it on YouTube.
I know, I better wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
The enormous bag of walnuts. This is all our candy making stuff. It just sits in weight. But Nan's right. We got to shorten this up. So Merry Christmas and goodbye.